In a world where extreme competition exists everywhere, what does it take to have success in your career and in life? Join me, Nirvana Chaudhary, as I sit down with some of the most successful individuals to discover the secrets to their success, what continues to drive them, and to hear a few exclusive stories in the process, what drives them and their success code, their mantra for making it bigger. Hello everyone, I'm back again with my podcast, Making It Bigger. Today I have with me personally someone very, very special. My own younger brother, Varun Chaudhary, who has carved a niche for himself and has really transformed into becoming a strong leading force for our group, Chaudhary Group. He's made headlines by acquiring an FMCG company in Russia. He's really taking Nepal to the world. I'm so glad that apart from being my brother, Varun is really enhancing his leadership skills and qualities and really making a larger difference to this company and our country. Varun, thank you so much for being on this show. My first question that I ask everyone is, what is your success mantra and what is it that really keeps you moving forward?
Thank you for having me over. I'll say that I think, have a common success mantra who's sitting on top of us. He's on the 5th floor right now. So he's the one who basically gives us the guiding light, the guiding force. He's the one who shows us the path. He's the one who knows what it has taken him to get where he is, and we are just learning from him. So the mentor we have, even if we just follow what he says, I think we've arrived.
That's great. 5th floor obviously is our first group chairman, who also happens to be a father. But your own success mantra, as an individual, whenever you're taking decisions, whenever you're starting with new companies, whenever you're dealing with people, what is it, the traits that you as an individual have while emulating and following your leadership skills?
Well, let's take the example of the recent M&A we've done in Russia. I would say that knowing the people of the company, the people who are running the company, they definitely are the backbone of the company. So getting to know them, their passion, their commitment level, their dedication and their drive, that is very important, when we do such M&As. So we were very happy to learn learn from that experience of how they've been managing the company for the last couple of years. Not couple of years, actually 25 years. And there's a lot actually we can learn from them and emulate as well. And, we can bring the same learnings in our other operations worldwide. But for me, I would say, we all of us have only 24 hours, and I feel that that's too less for our dreams. So time management, I think how we should be utilizing every minute, that's possibly one of the greatest success mantra, because every minute counts, and how you're able to make that minute count, I think that is where the success lies.
So, you've been a leader in sports while growing up. All of us went to boarding school, right, at such a young age. I think that has really helped us to bring in our individuality as well as bring in a strong sense of independence as well going forward, right? Where do you see yourself and the verticals that you're leading going forward, say 5 years from now?
So keeping in mind the FMCG, I feel that it has tremendous potential worldwide, and we are striving towards a lot more M&A opportunities around the world. Russia is just a precious little, and it's a stepping stone for us to consolidate our Eastern European unit. We are looking at other M&As in Africa, in probably Middle East, in India also, in South America. So the whole idea is how we can go on expanding in our core competency, because that's what the the whole trick lies. Because if you're able to capitalize on what you know, what you're good at, and what you have the expertise in, I think that's something you get an advantage edge right from day one. So our plan is obviously to take Nepal to the world, and along with Nepal, obviously, to grow the YY wings bigger and bigger.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, having been involved in this for the last 20 years, whenever I get a message from someone in a remote part of the world that they found YY in a store there, it gives me a great sense of contentment, and even what gives me a bigger sense of contentment, I'm sure to you as well, is every time the group is expanding, taking Nepal to the world, and we put a flag in those countries, I think it gives a great deal of satisfaction as well. That if the big multinationals can come to our country, why can't we take our company to the global arena, right? What has been your single biggest learning in your life?
I would say the recession in 2008. I was in Dubai, and we've been in Dubai for almost 2 decades now. We all know how the market crumbled, but that particular recession, in fact, taught me how to survive, and how we came out of the whole recession. The beauty is that we did not lose a single capital. We kept that intact, and how we were able to ride the storm. So that in itself was a learning for me, and I must say, we've just opened the Taj also in Dubai a couple of years back. So that's a testament that we, despite what Dubai has gone through, we still believe in that, and we've continued to follow our dreams. So one side I'm talking about learning, the other side I'm talking about our commitment. So we sort of connect the whole dot in terms of our belief, our faith, our learnings, and delivery. So this has been the greatest learning. That one experience of mine has been the greatest learning, which is the Dubai chapter.
So that's great. They always say that life is like a grinding stone. It either polishes you up or wears you down, depending on what you're made up of. And I guess it's made you stronger. It's given you a different outlook towards life as well as business opportunities as well. We've got our youth who are going to Middle East and different parts of the world, and they feel that there's no opportunity in our own country. There is no, they're frustrated with the political scenario and the situation over here. And you are growing outside. You're traveling, spending most of your time outside. But, you come back here and you're still making your biggest investments in Nepal. What is your message to the youth of this country?
Dream. Just dream big. That's what our father has taught us, and we've dreamt big. We've been able to conquer our dreams. We've been able to live our dreams. So if you're not able to dream, I think there is no starting point. And especially these days when I'm traveling, I end up finding people from Nepal in every city, and they are also making Nepal proud. So and whenever I get a moment, I make it a point to at least talk to them, spend some time with them. And I understand the level of passion which they have. So I want to just tell everybody in this country that it's your self-motivation, it's your drive within you that will take you places.
Great. Tell me, spirituality is so important, right? They say that spirituality is like the stitch between the cloth, which is your life, that you might have a piece of cloth, but in order for it to become the dress you wear, the stitching part is spirituality. How important is spirituality, do you feel, in today's day and age?
Oh, absolutely. Our family is guided by the one and only Sri Ravi Shankar, who runs the whole art of living universe. It's a universe on its own because people follow him for a reason. And I don't want to take names or drop names, but when I talk about some of the biggest names, when we take Guruji's name, we see tears in their eyes. So spirituality is very, very important for us to have a very balanced growth.
Varun, thank you so much for your time. One last question I wanted to have for you is, how easy or difficult is it to be working in a family run business, where do you feel is it as a strength, or do you feel it's more challenging, where we have our joint vision, joint goals, joint verticals? What are your views on being a strong force in a family run business?
I think in our setup, three of us have our clearly defined territories and verticals, and there's no sort of overlapping, which is a beauty, because all three of us have our own strengths, and wherever we fall that there's a room for improvement, that's where all three of us work on individually. But the beauty of us being in a family business is because we were all sent to boarding school at such a young age, so our camaraderie and our fraternity amongst the three of us, I think the understanding is so clear that we don't cannibalize each other. We complement each other, we grow on each other. We feel that if we see an opportunity for someone else, we immediately pass on the opportunity and help wherever we can. So if this is it's all about understanding, actually, that defines how a family business is run. But in our case, one beauty is that our business are all run by professionals, so it's a perfect balance of how our family office works with the professionals. So, and this is how, if you see globally, all the other families are running as well.
Thank you so much, Varun, for your time. I'm extremely proud of you as an elder brother. But also, I know you're going to be touching the stars going forward. I wish you all the best. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.